Sagittarius, welcome back. Or if you are new, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac Love Reading channel, and this is your love reading for the next 7-ish days. I want to let you know that I am switching it up a little bit. Not only am I going to focus on more readings regarding singles, I am also going to start doing more focused readings, like answering a question. I feel like just doing that same spread over and over and over, I feel like it's getting stale and I'm just regurgitating the same old thing for different signs, and it's not fun for me. And so I'm assuming, looking at the numbers, that it's not fun for you guys either. Not that numbers are everything, but they can be an indicator of how interested people are. So the question for this week is, will they come back? So this leads me to believe that there has been some type of a separation or a breakup. And Sagittarius, if you are watching this, you are interested in knowing if this person will come back, wants to come back. And also, not only what are their feelings and stuff, but maybe a prophecy about what might happen. Maybe also what can you do to help to make this happen, if that's what you're interested in. So, Sagittarius, I left when I saw you with someone. I love you. Okay, wow. Okay, Sag. So you guys are broken up. Separated. Your person wanted to, maybe they came by unannounced, uninvited, because they wanted to talk, and they saw that you had someone there. Now, Sag, was it a new relationship, or was it like an electrician? You know what I mean? They believe that they saw you with someone, and perhaps you are. Perhaps you are with someone. Let's see. But they want you to know that no matter what, they still love you, Sag. So that's an indicator to me, because some of these cards are not so nice. That's an indicator to me that, yes, they do want to come back. They still love you. They kind of gave up when they saw you. I mean, apparently they're not the kind of person to start a fight and stuff, thank goodness. So they kind of gave up and left, kind of broke their heart. But they want you to know they love you. So it appears to me that, yes, they do want to come back. Let's look at some tarot. We have the Six of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Wow. Okay. So it appears to me, and you can never tell, like when in these scenarios, like I may get cards that show that this person broke up with you and they're sorry and they want to get back together, they made a mistake. Or it could be that you broke up with them. So it's always a challenge to tell. If I start to tell the story and I'm saying that you did this, I think you did this, but it was them, please feel free to just go ahead and switch the, switch the energies around. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But what I do see here is that for whatever reason, and I don't know if it was for both of you, one of you, and I don't know if it was you or them, but this relationship became a very heavy burden. It became really hard on someone for some reason. I think one person wanted to get married, and the other person wasn't ready. Now, was the one that wanted to get married wrong? No. Was it maybe too soon, not enough time? I don't know, could have been. But one person wanted to get married. The other person wasn't ready. The other person was still kind of engaged in you know, planning, thinking. It just was like moving a little bit fast for them. So whichever one, either the person who wanted to get married got tired of waiting, or the person who was wanting to slow things down started feeling super duper pressured and couldn't take it anymore. But someone put down this relationship became very burdensome for them, and someone said, I can't. And someone put down the burden of the relationship and said, I can't right now. I don't know if it was that same person or if it was someone else. The other person, not like there's 14 people here. I don't know which person it was. I think maybe it was the one who wanted to get married, said, okay, and they left. They could have left, maybe they were living together, maybe you guys were living together and they left the house. Maybe they moved to another town. Maybe they just couldn't be near you anymore, or you couldn't be near them anymore, and they went to stay with family. But I believe definitely there was an emotional separation, but also I believe this was literally a physical separation. And someone left and went to go live somewhere else, whether it was in the same city, moving state, or even moving country. This card can indicate, over water. It could have been international. Like maybe you or this person was from Germany or, somewhere and ended up deciding to go back home to their family where they felt like they had support. I know you can hear my washer and dryer. I'm sorry. So, someone wanted to get married, someone wasn't ready. It became too much for someone, and someone physically left the relationship, emotionally and physically. I think it's the person that didn't want to get married, realized, wow, I didn't want it to end. I just wasn't ready to get married. And when they went to go talk to you, or when you went to go talk to them, you saw someone there and left. Or if someone is in a different location, we could say they were getting ready to contact you, but then they saw maybe Facebook or something. Maybe you were out with friends and there was someone of the opposite sex standing next to you, or someone that made them think that maybe you were with someone else, and they were like, oof, and they just pulled back. Let's see if we can get more info. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, aw, and the 2 of Cups. This is so sweet. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the person who didn't want to get married, whether that was you or they, Sagittarius, realized that what they were doing was a little bit self-sabotaging. They did not tell the other person, hey, I want to marry you. I know you're the one. I'm just not ready right now. But I'm not against like a longer engagement. I would want the engagement to be like a year or something, because I really want to do more planning. I want to do more saving. I'd like for us to have a really good honeymoon. Plus, I'd like for us to have something to come home to. But that person, the one that didn't want to get married, they didn't say that before. They're just like, whoa, slow your roll. Made the other person feel like they were pushing too much or moving too fast, or made them feel bad. And so the person who didn't want to get married realized that they kind of self-sabotaged themselves and screwed them out of a relationship that they really did want. They probably just didn't communicate how they would like things to go clearly enough. Because the vibe I'm getting here is if that person would have heard, yes, you are the one, but I'd like to do it this way, they would have been on board. So I see both of you really wanting to work on this. And for there to be a new start. Want to work on this and master this relationship, want a new start. We have the Two of Cups, a decision made to get back together and work it out. Who is going to make that decision, Sag? I don't know. Again, I can't tell if you're the person who wanted to get married or if you're the person who didn't want to get married at the time and maybe didn't explain it very clearly. All I can say is that things need to be cleared up. It appears to me that both of you want this. I have 2 cards of working it out and a new start. I have the Two of Cups in this row, which indicates getting back together. So Sag, all I can say is, and we'll get some advice or guidance from Spirit here, but all I can say is, if you really want this, just at least reach out. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So this could be the person who wanted to get married. Perhaps they were super duper like pushing it and controlling, and it just became too much for the person who wanted it to be different. So much so that they felt pushed back into a corner and they didn't say it properly. Maybe they were like angry, like, geez, can you give it a freaking rest? Maybe they did start to feel controlled. But looking back, they know if they would have said, you are the one, this is what I want, but here's how I want to do it. Now they're knowing that that other person would have been fine with it. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yeah, I would say definitely this. I'd say this is a yes. I'd say there's definitely a chance for you guys to get back together. Whoever had the control issue of, I say control issue in both. The control issue of wanting to get married, maybe pushing it a little too hard, could have been on that side. Or the control issue of, no, it has to be my way. There could have been like control on both sides. But definitely, Sag, if you think that there's really a chance you want to be with this person, this is definitely worth waiting for and working on. And I believe that the other person feels the same way. I would say I would just reach out and test the waters and try and talk to this person. I do believe that if you saw them with someone else, it wasn't what you feared. And if it was you, I think that you'll know that, well, yeah, it wasn't that. Or even if you were like on a date or something, you're like, yeah, I tried, but I can't get this person off my mind. I can't get this other person off my mind. So this is what I have for you, Sag. I do see this as a yes reading. I do see this as you guys getting back together. If that's what you guys want, and if that's what you guys make happen, there's definitely the energy is here, is yes energy. So if this did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up and please do subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, Sag. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.